Behind the magnificent pyramids of the Maya and their awe-inspiring astronomical calendars lay a darkness so deep that modern minds struggle to comprehend it. For the Maya, the universe was not a self-sustaining machine. It was alive, a vast, hungry entity, one that demanded constant nourishment, and the only thing it craved was blood. Every drop mattered. If the blood stopped flowing, the sun might not rise, the rain might not fall, and the world could descend into eternal darkness. This was not a metaphor. It was a belief so real that it shaped every aspect of their society. From the lowest commoner to the divine king, everyone had a role in this cosmic balance. Bloodletting rituals were brutal and precise. Priests and kings would pierce their tongues or other sensitive areas, using stingray spines or obsidian blades, the volcanic glass sharper than any surgical scalpel. They would thread thorn-laden cords through the wounds, ensuring a steady flow of blood. In that searing pain, they believed they could see visions of the gods and hear whispers of ancestors. This was the only way to keep the universe alive. But for the Maya, pain was not enough. Sacrifice had to be both physical and symbolic. One of the most horrifying rituals was skin stripping, performed in honor of gods like Totec. In these ceremonies, the skin of a human being was removed in one continuous piece, and the high priest would wear it like a living garment, dancing for hours before the assembled masses. To them, it was not horror. It was sacred. It symbolized rebirth, the death of one life giving way to another, a cycle that kept the sun rising, the rains falling, the world turning. Even death itself offered no relief. The Maya believed in an afterlife of pure terror, a place they called Xibalba, the place of fear. It was a labyrinthine underworld, ruled by 12 lords of death. Before a soul could find rest, it had to survive 6 houses of unimaginable horror. In the house of darkness, it would suffocate in total blackness. In the house of cold, relentless winds would shatter bones. In the house of jaguars, starving beasts prowled. And in the house of knives, obsidian blades flew through the air, as if guided by unseen hands. This terror was not confined to the imagination. The Maya brought it to the surface, into the real world. Sacred cenotes, deep limestone sinkholes, became places of ritualized sacrifice. At the sacred cenote of Chichen Itza, archaeologists discovered the remains of children, the purest offerings. To appease the rain god, Chak, these children were painted from head to toe in a vibrant pigment called Maya blue. Their cries, believed to mimic the sound of falling rain, were prolonged, a haunting echo before their bodies were hurled 20 meters down into the dark, bottomless water. Some died immediately, others lingered, their suffering prolonging the illusion that the gods had been satisfied. The horrors extended even further into the jungle. The caves of Naj Tunic, considered gateways to the underworld, held evidence of rituals that defy imagination. Walls painted with human blood depict priests threading obsidian-laced ropes through their tongues, while under the influence of hallucinogenic toxins from toads. In these agonizing trances, they sought visions of the vision serpent, a god that demanded suffering and unwavering devotion. At the deepest points of the cave, untouched by sunlight for millennia, skeletal remains of sacrificial victims were discovered. Their bones, broken while still alive, told a story of pain, endurance, and ritual obedience. At the top of the pyramids, the Nacom, the official heart sacrificer, performed the most dramatic rituals. During eclipses and ceremonies, the victim would be held down by 4 assistants, each representing a cardinal direction. With a single lightning-fast strike of an obsidian knife, the Nacom would open the chest cavity and remove the heart, still beating. That living heart was pressed onto stone idols, its steam believed to fuel the sun itself. The lifeless body was then hurled down the temple steps, a gruesome spectacle for the faithful, who saw it not as horror, but as salvation. Beauty in Maya society was itself a form of pain. From birth, children of the elite underwent extreme body modification. Wooden boards would shape their skulls into elongated corn-like forms, symbolizing power and connection to their sacred crops. Beads were hung to force the eyes to cross, a trait associated with the sun god. Teeth were filed into jagged points, then inlaid with jade or hematite. Infection, pain, and deformity were constant companions, but they were proudly worn as signs of devotion, status, and transformation, a bridge between mortal humans and terrifying gods. And yet, none of this could save them. To build their monumental cities and coat their pyramids in brilliant white lime, they burned millions of hectares of forest, triggering an ecological disaster. The rivers ran dry, the rains vanished, and a century-long drought ensued. No amount of blood, no number of sacrifices, could appease the silent gods. Faith shattered. Peasants revolted. City-states waged brutal wars not for land, but for captives to sacrifice in one last desperate attempt to maintain cosmic balance. Eventually, the jungle began to reclaim what the Maya had conquered. Temples, altars, and pyramids were swallowed by vines and roots. The cities fell silent, leaving behind empty structures, echoes of a civilization consumed by its own devotion to darkness. And in the end, the Maya did not escape Xibalba. No, they brought it with them to the surface.